Thank you very much. Of course, during the course of my, I will also reply about the issue raised by Mr. Githambaran. Respected Honorable MP Udit Raji, my colleague Shankar Garwal, Secretary Urban Development, dignitaries of the dais and all the participants. Thank you very much and very good response. I was not expecting that so many people will come forward to interact and discuss about land pooling policy. Land pooling policy, as far as policy is concerned, we formulated this policy in September 2013. Then later on, we took time to consult industry, to consult various stakeholders, and finally we approved. I mean to say authority. Authority approved on 7 November 2014 the regulations, the operational guidelines that how we are going to implement land pooling policy. And now those operational guidelines are with the ministry, and hopefully ministry will notify soon with or without amendments. Once it is land pooling policy is notified by the government, and 2-3 things we still have to do with the state government of Delhi. Number one, we are seeking stamp duty exemption because there are two transactions. One, the developer entity will offer land to us in DDA, and then DDA will return that land 48% or 60% depending upon the area. Up to 20 hectares, we will return back 48%, and beyond 20 hectares, 60% of land will be returned to developer entity. So basically there are two transactions. So we are seeking stamp duty exemption, and also we have requested Delhi government to declare this whole area, that is K, L1, P1, P2 as development area. And thirdly, to declare those villages as urban villages. Because once these villages are declared as urban villages, then revenue laws cease to exist. So, but hopefully we think that it should take another 45 days to 1 month before we are in a position to start implementing this land pooling policy. Now, just coming back, if we see the background of why we intend to implement land pooling policy, the reason is very simple. That land acquisition has become almost impossible. The procedure which have been laid down, especially in the new land acquisition act, is very cumbersome, very time consuming. There is no other way to acquire land through land acquisition, the traditional method. Even the DDA, we are facing huge problem to save our land. The land which we have acquired long back, 10 years, 15 years or 20 years back, now even those pockets of land are in danger. We are going to lose that land because of Section 24(2) of new land acquisition act. Some of you might be knowing it. So what do we do? On the other hand, population is increasing. If we compare the population of Delhi from 2011 to 2014, just in 3 years, 11 lakh people have been added. Means around 2 to 2.5 lakh families have been added into Delhi. So we have to develop, we have to go for affordable housing in a very, very big way. The projected demand of housing as per the master plan 2021 is nearly 24 lakhs. So 24 lakh units we need to construct in order to accommodate these people by 2021. So the task is huge. And on the other hand, there is a huge pressure on DDA to allot land for social infrastructure. Delhi government is after us to give land for landfill sites, for solid waste management, for schools, for colleges, for hospitals, for dispensaries. So where this land will come? So the land bank has become very, very limited, and on the other side, there is no scope for land acquisition. So, basically now the strategy would be twofold. Number one, the redevelopment of existing urbanized area. You can say the brownfield development. In the master plan, we have already made the provision that 50% additional FAR would be given for redevelopment. 4 hectares is the minimum land required for redevelopment, and up to 400 FAR can be given on redevelopment of homes. So, but however, we need to simplify guidelines because we need to sit with municipal corporation so as to simplify the procedures. It is very disheartening that after this master plan came in 2007, but not even a single commercial complex or existing markets have not been modernized, have not been redeveloped because of cumbersome process. The Secretary Urban Development has recently constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Additional Secretary Urban Development to look into the issue of redevelopment of markets. Then the second thing what we are doing is we have also formulated regulations for redevelopment of influence zone along MRTS and major transport corridor. You must have heard TOD policy, Transit Oriented Development Policy. And today in the newspaper you must have seen that our first pilot project on TOD policy has been approved by the authority yesterday. It came in the newspaper today, Takaduma. We are going to construct the East UP hub. This hub will be on the pattern of cyber hub of Gurgaon. So, now the plan is nearly 4,800 flats, 25,000 square meter of commercial area, restaurants, open plaza, and then corporate towers housing nearly 25,000 employees. Then one hospital and community garden park would also be there. And there will be an iconic tower of 80 floors in that Takaduma. The area total is 75 acre of land. It is absolutely vacant land. And in order to start this work as early as possible, we have engaged NBCC. So NBCC is instrumental in constructing this new Moti Park as well as East Kidwainagar project. So we have given this project to NBCC, and hopefully the work will start soon about this Eastern. So there we have, I will touch this TOD policy slightly later. Now this coming back to land pooling policy. We have nearly 20 to 24,000 hectares of land. It is greenfield, basically development will take place, and this will be implemented in planning zone L, K1 and P2. Basically this area is basically on the northwest of Delhi, and nearly 1/5 of area will fall, of total Delhi area will fall under this. And up to 20 hectare, 48%, and beyond 20 hectare, 60% land will be returned back to the developer entity, and 400 hectare would be offered for residential purpose. 53% of area would be covered under the land which we are going to return back. 60% of land which we will return back to developer. 53% would be utilized for group housing, 5% for commercial, and 2% for PSP, that is public and semi-public utilities. We have already operational guidelines we have formulated. As per the guidelines, we will open this policy for 6 months. There will be a priority for month to month, so as the applications would come. The application which we will receive during the first month, they will get priority over the application which we will receive after 1 month. So likewise there will be a priority, and after that there will be a draw of lots. Okay, let us see that first we have a zonal plan, then zonal plan will be divided into sector plans, and then we need nearly 60% of land to be covered under land pooling policy. If we don't get land up to 60%, then it would be difficult to go ahead with that. So there may be some areas where land will come, but that land may not be up to 60%, then we will have to wait till such time. Coming back to the challenges, the most important challenge in land pooling policy which we foresee is the unacquired pockets. Mr. Anand, he also touched about these unacquired pockets which we have not been acquired so far under this Land Acquisition Act. So what to do about these chunks? So what we are planning is, we have already announced policy for tradable FAR. Farmers, they can surrender their land and then they can sell their FAR to the developers. Up to 150 FAR would be given up to 2 hectares of land. So this will be a great incentive for small farmers to come and offer the land and just they will take money. So as per the estimate, even small farmers having 1 acre of land, he can also get nearly 2 to 5 crore of rupees by way of tradable FAR. This policy we have already announced and it is going to be notified soon. Second thing which we have done is, we have already had approval of the authority to purchase the private land. We have constituted 2 level committees, one under the chief engineer level, another committee will be at the level of commissioner. This policy is already in place. So what Mr. Devendra was saying about Gurgaon, Gurgaon Expressway, and also to connect UER 1 and 2, we will use this. Now we will purchase private land and we will complete this work. And another third thing what we are going to announce is exchange of land. Suppose somebody has a land and now he doesn't want to sell that land, but DDA land is available with us nearby. So we will exchange that land. So once these 3 policies are in place, number 1, exchange of land, private purchase of land and tradable FAR, we will overcome the problems which we are so far facing to complete our infrastructure projects, as well as projects like UER 1, 2 or Dwarka, Gurgaon, and also this will help us in implementing land pooling policy, because the greatest challenge before DDA is what to do when land doesn't come, say, 60%. So to take care about these things, this policy would be in place. And now what we are doing simultaneously is that we will appoint project management consultant. A world-class consultant we are going to appoint. We have already issued notice in the newspaper to engage advisor who is going to advise us about this PNC. And this PNC, he will advise us how to ensure water supply there, because water is very scarce in that area. So how we have to recycle and reuse water so that there is no additional burden on the Jal Board for that land pooling policy. How we are going to develop infrastructure like transportation, what kind of elevated roads or other network is required. Then solid waste management, power supply 24 hours. So basically, this all will constitute smart infrastructure. Basically, now what we intend to do is that we want to create smart sub-city within this area. And this smart city will constitute 20 to 24,000 hectares of land, which will eventually come under this land pooling policy. Simultaneously, we will ensure smart living, smart mobility. We will also implement TOD norms, transit-oriented development. Transit-oriented development policy is basically to ensure that there is not much distance between the home and the working place. Number one. Second, there should be 100% safety for women and children. Then there should be network of roads. So, and third, there should be enough space for pedestrians and cyclists. So we have to ensure that in coming time, we will have to discourage car movement, vehicular movement because of limited availability of space on the road. And then also the parking policy. Parking policy is also to be revised. In fact, one committee has been constituted by the Minister under chairmanship of Secretary Urban Development. And this committee is also looking into the aspect of this parking fee policy. We need to revise the existing policy, the existing arrangement. Nobody wants to park car in the parking space. Even if parking is available, like in Sarojini Nagar market, but drivers will not come there. He will just park land somewhere else 1 or 2 kilometers and then pick up. So basically I want to emphasize that while we will implement this policy, land pooling policy in this new greenfield area, at the same time we will try to develop try to ensure development of world-class infrastructure by ensuring all norms which any smart city should have, right from smart infrastructure, smart mobility, smart living, smart intelligent transport system, good governance, everything must be in place while we implement this land pooling policy. So basically these are the opening remarks about this the topic for which we are gathered here for deliberation. But I am sure during the course of the day you can hear more about land pooling policy from my officers in greater detail, and you can also interact with me about any queries you have about this land pooling policy. Thank you very much.